Dance.
Hi, this is Rachel Karl with RachelKarlOnline.com, and you're watching Super Simple Social Media video number 4, how to create killer social media content. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some key things that you need to be doing to create content that really engages your audience. So we're going to just dive right in, and I'd love for you to share this with other people if you find it valuable. Please comment below to let me know what you think of it and what your challenges are so that I can address those in the following videos that I create for this series. Alright, so I'm just going to highlight the key points that we're going to talk about in this video, and then I'll dive deeper into each one as we go. So the first point is identify who your audience is. Then you want to stay relevant and inspiring. Don't puke, plan. Give your posts meat. And most important, entertain, educate, and empower. So identify who your audience is. Remember that you can't be everything to everyone. And I've talked about this in some of my other videos, especially the How to Attract All the Clients You Need video series. You really want to identify who that audience is, your ideal audience, and then write for them. Give them the knowledge that they need to solve that problem that's keeping them up at night. You have solutions for their problems, and you want to give them the stuff that they need in order to solve those problems. Next is stay relevant and inspiring. So what you want to do for this is you really want to keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening out there, not just in your own world. So you want to get out, you want to talk to people, read a good book, see a good movie, do whatever it takes to stay inspired so that you can talk to people where they are at, not just where you're at. So if you have, if you're a florist and you have a flower shop and your world is all about flowers, well, that's not necessarily where other people are at unless you are catering to other florists. So what you want to do is you want to stay relevant with where they're at, and you want to talk to people from where they're coming from. And the only way to do that is to really get out there and get inspired, get outside of your world and get into their world. Don't puke, plan. A lot of people just puke content out because they need to get something posted today. And that's called puking, and no one wants your vomit. So create a plan way in advance. You can do a month-long plan, you can do a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan, a year-long plan, whatever you're comfortable with, but plan in advance and dovetail it in with the rest of your marketing. Social media should be a natural way to continue that conversation that you've already started on your website or in the other avenues of marketing that you're doing. And you want to engage people with that overall mission and vision that you have. Because when you puke content, you end up just making one of the biggest mistakes that people make, which is you focus too much on your business or your niche itself and not on things that are really relevant to your ideal audience. Because then what happens is it just becomes all about you, because you're not really making thoughtful posts. You're not writing thoughtful blog posts. You're not putting thoughtful tweets or Facebook content out there. And you've got to remember that when you just puke content out there, you're really stealing people's time. And that's a big pet peeve of mine, is when people steal my time, because I can never get my time back. So I really want, when I follow people on Twitter or Facebook, I really want to make sure that when they put something fresh out there, that it's something that is relevant to me, something that is useful. So it really comes across when people plan in advance. You can tell there is a difference. It's more quality. Next is you want to give your posts meat, and that means give them stats, expert quotes, and info. You want to provide tangible evidence of what you're communicating in the form of statistics or expert quotes, or give them numbers. And this is the kind of digestible stuff that people love to share and comment on and retweet. So this is great stuff to add into your blog posts, your Facebook, and your Twitter feed. And you want to entertain, educate, and empower, because at the end of the day, it really comes down to creating an enjoyable experience that people will remember and they'll want to come back to, right? You want them to keep visiting your Facebook page. You want them to keep reading your blog. You want them to keep interacting with you on Twitter. So you can entertain by sharing a personal story. You can educate by providing that meat we were just talking about. You can empower by giving them a great lesson or a great takeaway so that they're ready to act right now. So really remember that that's what it all comes down to. So that's it for this week's video. Please let me know what you think of it below. You can like it, you can share it with other people. But most of all, I just hope that you got something out of this. And if there's anything that you need, any challenges that you specifically have with your social media, please be sure to write that in the comments below so I can address that in future videos. In next week's video, we're going to talk about something super simple, super basic, which is just simply how to create a Twitter presence, how to create a Twitter profile for your business, how to create a strong presence on Twitter and get people to start engaging with you. And even if you already have a Twitter profile, you're going to want to watch this video, because there might be some mistakes that you're making on your Twitter profile that you're not even aware of. So stay tuned next week for video number 5 of Super Simple Social Media. Thanks for watching. Have a great week.